Alright guys, today I'm going to do a top 5 video because everybody's doing it and I want to be cool too. Alright, so in no particular order, I am going to start off with the Shirogorov Neon. Now, this knife is in my top 5 because of the simplicity in the design and the action and the size. Really, you guys know I'm a small knife guy, so this guy fits the bill pretty well, and that is such a useful blade shape. M390 is my favorite blade steel, and it's such a good knife. It's got a crazy good action. It's a tough detent, but it is very hard to misfire this knife. Let me see if I can do it. There we go. But it's so tough. I love their the Shirogorov logo is awesome. Very pretty. I like that it's got the integrated lanyard into the backspacer if you want to go that route, but if not, it doesn't take away from the knife at all. The stonewash tie is great for an EDC knife. It's going to hide wear very well. It's just a well done blade. All right. So there is one of the top 5. Next, I'm going to go to a little bit of a prettier knife. This is the Millet Torrent. This definitely, I think, has the looks category 1 in my collection. It's so pretty. I love the Damasteel overlay. You know, a lot of people talk about knives that look like they're in motion, and to me, I think this is kind of one of those. It's got a great blade shape for actual cutting, and the hollow grind is awesome. Definitely works well. And the robust tip is sweet. You don't really worry too much about this knife. The different opening methods, it's another reason. This is one of the few knives I have that it's so comfortable to open up in all the different ways. Silky smooth. It's weird. I have a lot of smooth knives, but this one feels smooth. More silky for some reason. I'm not sure if it has something to do with the satin, although no, that wouldn't be on the... I'm not sure. It's got an interesting velvety feel when it moves around, and I really like that. And it's just the pocket jewelry. This is beautiful. I kind of want to take a picture of this knife right next to my fiance's jewelry collection, just because I think it would be funny. Anyway, alright, I digress. There we go. Next, let's go over to Brad Southard Mini Tolk. This knife is great. I'm not 100% sure if I would have... I did pick this knife. I spec'd out the bog oak inlays and the plain tie. And looking back on it now, I'm not sure if I would have done the inlays. I do like the inlays, and it's unique in my collection. It does add a little bit of something there. And I love the knife. I really do. Just looking back on it again, I'm not sure if I would have done those again. Maybe I would have. I don't know. It's really cool. But anyway, the Mini Tolk has a fantastic action. And the sound to it. It's just, it means business. And it kind of drops like the Shirogorov, except for, in my opinion, it feels smoother. And I like the stonewash on this blade better, but they're both really good knives. It's, again, it's pretty. Could clean up that backspacer a little bit, but it's just a pretty, and yeah, I don't think it would really scare too many people. It's smaller. I mean, you could just pinch it open if you wanted to, depending on how sheeple friendly you want to be. All right, yeah, I love this knife, and it's not going anywhere. Brad Southard Mini Tolk. All right, now I'm going to move over to the CNC big hitters, I guess. This is Grimsmo Norseman. This is in my top 5 just because of the action, the build quality, and the expert machining. It's a beautiful knife. It's hard to beat the knife. That just is awesome. And this is one of the other ones that you can open multiple ways, and it's built well to do both of those ways comfortably. And it's just beautiful. Mine has the diamond pattern, and in my opinion, that is the prettiest pattern. There's a lot of dynamic things going on, you know, light can play with it, and it's just beautiful. And they've been implementing changes as they go along to make the knife better and better. Like I said in my review, the sharpening choil is one of those things that is just awesome. It made a good knife, a great knife, even that much better. So, for those reasons, Grimsmo Norseman made it to the top 5. Last but not least, we have the Holt Spectre. The Holt Spectre is probably going to be on the list of everybody that owns one. This knife has so much good going for it that if it's not on your top 5 and you own one, I want to see your collection. Show me what you got that this didn't make it in. Been through a lot of knives, and this is almost perfect. The action, the freaking sound. Like I said, the sound on the Mini, and the Mini has it in the retraction. I think when you put it right back in the detent, the Mini might have a little bit of a better sound. But that opening acoustic on the Holt, the Holt wins, I think. God, they're both really cool. But it came with a great edge straight from the Holts. The Holts are amazing people, and they might be one of the reasons why this knife is so... No, they are one of the reasons. They are the reason this knife is so good. They take constructive criticism, they implement the changes, and they give you a better product every time. They are my favorite maker currently. It's going to be these guys. I really do love Brad Southard's work. He's on there. And I do love the Grimsmos. If I'm going to pick three makers, top three makers, here they are for me. But I digress. Let's get back to the Spectre. The Spectre is so good in so many ways. And the fact that people were able to spec out their knife before they started moving to the lottery thing, so much cooler. This is my second version. This is the V2 version. I had a V1, and I love that knife. There's just a couple things that I wanted to change, so I sent it on to greener pastures. And then the Holtz started fixing those things. They fixed my issues I had with the knife. So I needed another one, and I finally got one. And now it's so well done. I'm head over heels with this knife. And of my top 5, I'm going to pick a winner. This is the winner. The Holt Spectre is my favorite knife. And that's saying something. These other guys are some big hitters. And they've been outdone. They've been outgunned by this guy. There are a couple things that they might be able to change to make it better. I'm not sure. But no matter what this guy puts out next, what the Holts show up with next, I'm buying. That being said, I would say the same thing about the Grimsmos, except for their price tag. If the Grimsmos came in at a price point similar to the Holts, I might be able to say the same thing, that I would buy no matter what, whatever they come out with next. That's a lot harder to say because this is $400 more than this. And I don't see this being double as good as this. This overall wins. Of my top 5, that's one. I'm not gonna assign a ranking to the other ones because I love them all, but I am head over heels with this knife. That's my top 5, and that is my winner. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.